Well, it is my time to shine. And that I've been telling y'all for how long that a lot of these street rappers, they be sounding the same on every song. And Lil Baby, you know, after my Turn was a great album, decent, not necessarily always my type of music, but it was solid. And that's why within that year in 2020, I want to believe, it actually outsold Eternal to Take, even though it first week sales wise did not outsell it. But people do be streaming Lil Baby. He's like one of the fan favorites when it comes to street rappers, where like Rap Caviar or just the industry will get behind him on every single drop because, I don't know, like he's real, right? Like he's actually street, so people can believe his words, trials and tribulations before he grew up, or as in like before he blew up as a rapper. So I get it, I understand. However, just sonically speaking, the album isn't, I mean, his music, I just don't get it. Like, it just sounds like the same thing over and over, aside from a select few songs that I actually do rock with. So, he's got this tour that he's trying to promote, I guess. And I don't even know, I haven't even seen that he was going on tour. So maybe it's just the promotion's fault. However, even with like, I hate to say it, but like, with Cardi would never, bro. I hate to say it, but like, other artists, they don't even necessarily need like a whole promotional campaign. They can just drop the visuals, here are the tour dates, and it will sell out. Nobody has to promote anything. You don't need to have a marketing budget, and it'll still fill up the venues. Now, with him, he's trying to go on an arena tour, it looks like, or stadium. People have been saying arena, stadium. To me, it's the same thing. I guess stadium is like way bigger. But essentially, obviously, the arenas are way bigger than just regular venues where it's like a flat surface or, you know, a small stage or whatever. But like arenas is kind of like what Drake does, or maybe that's stadium, I don't know. Taylor Swift's definitely the stadium. But anyway, so look at all of these available tickets. And so he's canceling a lot of tour dates because it's not selling out. Canceled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 out of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like 12, 7 out of 12 tour dates are canceled. What does this tell you? That I understand that he sold, you know, 200K or whatever, but that like his last project, but that's why I'm telling y'all, a lot of these times, first week sales do not matter whatsoever, because a lot of times that's a label push. They know how to manufacture sales, especially if you're already a big name and you can get on the right playlist. Like you can project getting a lot of eyeballs on your album just by, I don't know, like nostalgia in a way, or just pumping it out on all of the different rap pages, Academics, Rap, Our Generation, etc., World Star, blah blah blah. Plus he does like other brand deals such as YouTube Shorts. Like, come on, bro. Again, Cardi would never. I'm not trying to dick suck here, but like I had this argument, I've referenced it a couple of times. Like it happened a couple of days ago with a friend who was telling me like Cardi isn't that big. Well, Cardi may not be streaming as much as Lil Baby, so you got to give him the credit there. Lil Baby, he is a stream god. However, again, it's like very industry backed. He is the golden boy when it comes to street rapper, in addition to maybe like Lil Durk, although I still think Lil Baby is probably the biggest street rapper. He's more mainstream than even like Uzi at this point, streams wise, and that was apparent with Pink Tape. Although let's see what happens with Love Is Rage 3. As I was saying though, just because they're getting such high sales and they're super famous doesn't necessarily mean people are going to be willing to spend like $200 on $220 on an arena tour seat just to watch Lil Baby like mumble on the mic. Like I just can't imagine his stage presence or just the show being anything crazy other than him just being on the stage like just rapping. You know what I mean? Like he's just not that type of artist. Whereas Drake, he has the literal holographic or whatever it's called, like the virtual reality little sperm that's flying around, right? And I feel like Drake has a good personality for that. Cardi obviously has like the rager slash vampire dark clown type thing that he has, and the flames go around, the rock stars, people playing the guitar on stage. Uzi obviously is just crazy in person as well, jumping into the crowds and just being rambunctious, if you will. And there's a lot of artists like that. Well, that's why Rolling Loud is kind of like where most artists perform nowadays too. They can't really go on their own tours because it's hard to sell tickets now, especially after the pandemic and in like the streaming era or internet era, where it's hard to get people to go anywhere. I feel like, I mean, I myself barely leave the crib. I just go out to get groceries, or if I'm invited somewhere to like go out. I got sushi last night, but upon my free will, I don't leave the house. And so I feel like a lot of people are also like that. Plus, we're in a recession right now, so are people really willing to spend that much money again to go on a arena, like sit down and watch Lil Baby? I feel like at a regular warehouse or maybe even like a decent club, I'd go to Lil Baby, but I ain't sitting like 3,000 feet above him watching him play football. No, that's not happening. But again, that's why a lot of these artists be going to Rolling Loud, because there's a bunch of artists, right? It's like 30, 50, 70, I don't even know how many artists Rolling Loud puts on, but these festivals get like a bunch of artists where you're paying that $300 ticket or $500 or whatever it is, but you're seeing so many different people that it makes it worth it. Whereas again, if you're going for Lil Baby for $200, that's just a terrible price point. So this is why we talk about underground artists or even just bigger artists. It's better to have a smaller venue and sell out than to go too big and then you have to cancel tour dates because you can't sell them out. Like worst case scenario, if you do too small of venues, like it's super packed, there's hella mosh pits, it gets crazy. That's great though. You get people posting on their stories like, damn, I didn't get in because it was so packed. It's just good earned media is what they call it. And so with the other way, now we're talking about how he can't sell tickets. So there's just so much downside to like going too big. You gotta like work your way up. I don't know if I've really ever seen Lil Baby performing other than maybe Rolling Loud or something like that. Or I don't know. I feel like it's hard for a lot of street rappers to sell out venues too, just because it's not really their demographic to be doing that. I don't know. It might be more dangerous too, just because the lyrics that they say. And I know like the internet rappers be doing that too, but nobody actually believes them, right? But with the street rappers, like people do. I have been at a show with a street rapper and like literally there was shots being fired. I'm like, I'm not doing any of this. Sorry. I'm going home. I'm gonna go eat some mashed potatoes from my mom that she sent me. I'm gonna microwave it. I ain't playing any of those games. But yeah, so you heard it here first. Actually not, you probably heard it elsewhere, but our time has come. I knew it. I told y'all Lil Baby was mid. And everybody be telling me I don't know what I'm talking about, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he sells well. Okay. Well, why can't he sell tickets then? Huh? Does he really have strong fans? No. I'm sure he has a lot. But there are artists who have smaller fan bases, less streams, but are making more money on their tours and selling out more tour dates, and people actually want to go pay $200 to see plus merch and all that. Whereas Lil Baby, it just doesn't look like that's happening. So it's only us? Yeah, it's only you, bro. It's only him because nobody going to these shows, or not a lot of them. But you know what? I hope he sells out more. Blessings to everyone. I want to see everyone make money.